Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nightmare Echoes. I'm your host, Eleazar. I'm joined again by co-host Margo. Margo, how's it going?
Hello, going swimmingly.
I like
Oh
that.
boy.
I want to get it out of the way that this movie on IMDb is listed as kaiju monster horror slash sea adventure slash action.
Yeah, I would. This is a horror movie. I don't know, but it's the one that
It's
I
scary,
offered to
Margo.
watch.
Yeah.
We were
That's great.
brainstorming. This is the one that I was like, I got a good one.
We're covering The Meg. Came out in 2018. Has a runtime of 113 minutes, so it's almost 2 hours long.
Yeah, too long. You don't always say that.
It's pretty long. It's directed by John Turteltaub,
Uh-huh.
who worked on National Treasure 1 and 2, Phenomenon, Three Ninjas, that's a throwback, and Cool
Yeah,
Runnings.
those are great movies. Cool Runnings is my number one favorite childhood movie.
Oh, I have the first 4 Three Ninjas films on DVD still.
I mean, I love those too, but I really love
Yeah.
Cool Runnings.
Let's jump to the cast. Jason Statham, obviously. The
Mm-hmm.
Transporter, Fast and the Furious films, The Expendables, and Wrath of Man. That's one that my dad likes. He also likes Beekeeper. That one's really good.
One of my all-time favorite movies, Spy, with Melissa McCarthy. And she kind of plays a parody of the kind of characters that he usually plays. I love that movie so much. It's if you have not seen Spy, check it out, people. It is hilarious. Not horror movie. No, it's a comedy, but it's so funny. It might not hold up 100%
She's pretty funny.
anymore, but it's really funny.
Right. The only thing I didn't really like her in was Ghostbusters. It kind of fell flat when they did it. I don't know.
I have thoughts on that. I'm not going to say them because, again, like I always say, this is not a Marvel podcast. This is not a DC podcast or whatever. This is not a Ghostbusters podcast. But I have thoughts.
We could totally do
And the
Ghostbusters, Margo.
The thought is not you shouldn't have women in Ghostbusters. That's not the thought.
I think the
So-
script should be better.
Okay, let's not get into it, but maybe we could do it in the future. Okay. But I do have a lot of thoughts about that movie.
I'm not trying to pick a bone. So
No. I agree with you. I'd just say let's not get into
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, good.
on another movie that we're talking about.
Sure. Li Bingbing as Suin.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Resident Evil Retribution, Transformers Age of Extinction, and The Forbidden Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ronnie Wilson as Jack Morris. The Office, he plays Dwight. He was in a horror movie called Cooties.
What did you say his name is? Because it's Rainn Wilson.
That's why obviously I said Rainn Wilson. I'm just kidding.
Because I was like, who are you talking about?
I'm sure I said it wrong. Rainn Wilson is Jack Morris. Known for The Office, where he plays Dwight. He was in a horror movie called Cooties, and then Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Curtis is Mac. Avatar: The Way of the Water. Fear the Walking Dead. I love him in Doctor Sleep, but my wife knows him most from a show called Trauma, which was like an emergency responder show where he played a helicopter pilot named Rabbit. So anytime he's on any show, she's like, "Ooh, Rabbit!" Like. So. Then we got Ruby Rose as Jax, John Wick Chapter 2, Orange is the New Black,
Like,
Pitch Perfect
how do I
3.
know this actress from? How do I know her? And I'm like, John Wick.
Yeah.
My favorite action franchise, John Wick.
Yeah. She's also in Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, to list a horror movie. But I loved her in Batwoman. I was so sad when she quit after season 1.
Okay, never saw it.
Yeah. Masi Oka as Toshi.
Yeah.
He is Hero from
Remember
Heroes,
when he was
which
having
I love.
a moment? Masioka.
Like he was in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
He's in
Remember
100.
when Heroes was good. Remember that?
I do remember
For
here. That was called season 1, Margo.
One
Yes,
season.
exactly. One season. Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
Yep.
He's the reason I own a Nissan Versa to this day.
Okay.
Because in the show, they were like, no, we must drive a Nissan Versa, as holding the comic book up.
That's
Like, he was also in 136 episodes of Hawaii Five-0, so he's doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Jessica McNamee as Lori, who was Sonya Blade in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
She's not really in the movie that much.
Yeah, I know, but I included her because of that credit.
I was just saying. No,
Yeah.
I don't know why I even said that. I don't know why, but I did say it, and it's true.
You did. Spoiler alert.
She just seems like too pretty. She just seems like a too pretty of an actress to just be in it for
barely
not
have
that
it.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. It had a budget of anywhere from 130 to 178 million, depending on who you ask, and made a worldwide total of 529 million.
Nice.
It has a critics' tomato meter of 47% and an audience popcorn meter of 44%.
What?
And
I'm gonna say this right now. I like this movie a lot. I've never seen
I like
this
it a
movie.
lot too.
It is really good. I don't understand why that's so low. I
don't either. It's fun.
I went into this movie expecting to be like, this is stupid. I thought I was going to be thinking that the whole time. And of course, parts are stupid, like in a fun way. But I was so surprised. I mean, this is spoiling my reaction to the movie, but I was so surprised of how much I was enjoying this movie. It's good. Watch this movie.
It was like twisting an arm to get my dad to watch it. And he enjoyed it. But then he pretends afterwards like it was okay. And so I had to twist his arm again to watch the second one.
Okay, do I think it's a half hour too long? Yes, I do think that. But it was thoroughly enjoyable and not 100% just in a cheesy way. Like, it legitimately was a fun action movie. I mean, excuse me, horror movie.
Right. Horror movie.
Very scary.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about reactions. I was hoping there was a point where he would punch a shark, but it doesn't really go down that way. It's close.
I don't know how you punch that shark. I really don't.
I'm also glad he did not drive a car onto the shark at any point.
This
he's known for his driving skill.
Yeah, this movie was not played for like cheesy action movie effect. You know what I mean? Everyone was playing their. I mean, sometimes there were some funny moments, but it was like more like character-driven funny moments. Like it wasn't like over the top. I mean, again, there were some, and towards the end, we went off a little off the rails, in my opinion. But it was like just kind of like fun, and everyone was doing a good job, a competent job. Anyway,
nice. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So the movie starts where there is a deep sea rescue mission in the Philippine Trench. And we have rescue diver Jonas Taylor, that's Statham, and two of his friends who are attempting to save the submarine crew from this underwater, really far deep thing, and where catastrophes happen and they don't know what's going on. They save 9 people.
I was just thinking, what is this job?
Oh, like rescue people down in the deep?
Like, how many submarines need rescuing? Do they do other kinds of rescues? I don't know.
I bet, well, probably, but also you would think it's got to pay a lot of money. It reminds me of the crew from Event Horizon, because their job is to go in and rescue people in deep space. Okay. But this is deep sea.
Okay, sure. I mean, I have to say, as we go through the movie, Jason Statham has a lot of skills that don't necessarily make me think submarine rescue. He just has a lot of rescuing
like
skills.
Wearing a towel?
Well, how would you call that, a skill or an anti-skill? You know what I mean? Maybe he should stop wearing that towel, if you know what I mean.
Too fun. Oh my.
Oh, but yeah. I was just like, this is a made-up movie job. Oh,
right. Okay.
I'm sorry. I meant to say this at the beginning before we start, which is I am 99% sure I've listened to this book on tape, like the movie that the book's based on. The book that the movie's based on, rather. Because when I used to go on road trips, my parents would listen to books, on CD, because I'm old. They were not on, the internet yet. They would listen to books on CD, and then I notoriously wouldn't pay attention. And I'm 99% sure one of the books was The Meg. I think so. Which is really funny. But do I remember anything about the book? No. I'm not even sure I listened to it. I have a really good story about, well, it's not good, but it's a funny story about, we were listening to some Dean Koontz book, and I was like halfway listening to it. It's like about werewolves or whatever, and then I fall asleep. I wake back up, and then they're talking about like this guy's, he has like wires like growing into him or something like that. Like it's like computer has like taken over his body or something. And I'm like, what does this have to do with werewolves? I don't understand. And my dad's like, this book never had anything to do with werewolves. What are you talking about? So that's the extent of these books on tape that I like paid attention to on car trips. I listen to audiobooks now all the time, but like, yeah, did not retain them. So did I listen to the Meg? Maybe, maybe.
That's awesome. So Statham is the only one that notices that something from the outside of the ship is denting the hull, and it's massive.
Yeah.
And so when he has to call an evacuation, his friends are trapped, and he ends up having to close the hatch by saving only a total...
Yeah, so they like rescued the people in the some of the submarine people.
Some of the people.
Already. Yeah.
So moments after they detach and they leave, there's a massive explosion.
Yes.
It's crazy because this doctor, Dr. Heller,
yes, I
thinks he's lost his mind, and he's like, you left them all to die. But they would have all died. It exploded...
Yes.
2
like
seconds after they detach.
Yes, I thought the same thing. So like a theme at the beginning of this movie is that everybody said he went crazy and he just like killed everybody. And I'm like, but even if there was nothing actually attacking the submarine, right? Like he was wrong about that. They were gonna die. Like if he had left the hatch open for his friends, they would have all exploded. So I just don't understand. But whatever. It's a movie.
Right. No, yeah, I'm with you on that. And so we cut to 5 years later, and we're off the coast of China. This helicopter's dropping off Jack Morris, who's this billionaire, and he's funding this new mission.
Yeah, that's Rainn Wilson. Uh-huh.
Right. They have this oceanographer, Dr. Minwing Yang. We meet his daughter, Su Ying, and her daughter, Min Ying.
It's Su Yen.
Su Yen.
Su Yen. And the only reason why I know that is because I had subtitles. But I was very confused at first because the way that Rainn Wilson like looks at Su Yen, I'm like, oh, she must be like the love interest in the movie. And I was very confused about that because I thought that she was married to the oceanographer guy because he said, oh, here's my daughter Su Yen. And I'm like, and she has a daughter. So I thought he was talking about the little girl. And I was like, why are you creeping on his wife? And then I realized, oh, that's his daughter and his granddaughter. And I only realized this like later when they said granddaughter. And I'm like, oh. Anyway.
That's pretty funny.
I think, later they talk about she's like divorced or whatever. So, that's not her husband,
right.
But still. And she calls him dad. So anyway.
Right. So Jack tries to speak Chinese really poorly, and the granddaughter has to think quickly, saying, oh, she likes your hat.
Well, because he says some like nonsense where like he's just saying nonsense. And I think Suyin said something like, do you understand anything I'm saying? Back to him.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, what did she say? And then, she comes up with that.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's to show that she's a precocious young lady. She's like, how old do you think she's supposed to be? Did they say?
She's 8. Yeah, she's 8.
Okay.
So I love this scene where they're taking this elevator, and the guy that spent all this money on it, Jack, thinks that they should really have an entrance when they go to this $1 billion project that really like takes your breath away. And the doctor's like, yeah, I agree. And when the doors open, you see this beautiful like underground tunnel which leads to the working area. But it's like this viewing, and you can view the massive ocean outside.
Yeah, they have these like giant windows to see, and they're like really deep in the ocean.
Right. And so this reminds me of Jaws 3D, because there was this tourist attraction in Jaws 3D where people get to walk down this underwater thing and view the ocean. Of course, it looks so cheesy. It's dated. And then the shark attacks, and people are like getting trapped in here while the water's filling up. It's so good. But anyway.
Yeah, what did you think about the special effects in this movie? It was made in 2018. So
I thought they were good.
I thought they held up. I was like, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I wasn't like, ugh, 2018 CGI. Ugh. No, I was like, this is pretty good.
Right. And then we meet a lot of people really fast. We meet Jax, who's Ruby Rose. She's the engineer and sub-engineer. So she did the like submarines.
And also she knows computers too.
Right.
She's just like anytime they need like somebody to be like tech savvy, she does it. Even though I'm like, would that be your job? I don't think so, but whatever.
And one of her skills is also perfect hair, which is funny.
Yeah, she's like gelled, like really gelled hair, and it's like in spikes, but it like drapes over her face.
Yeah.
I would find it very distracting if I had that hair in your eyes all the time.
So we get Dr. Heller, who's on board. He was that medical officer from the opening scene. Jack says, "Oh, you're like Bones," and he's referring to Star Trek there. We get DJ, who's the remote pilot explorer.
Okay, I didn't get that Bones joke at all, and now I'm getting it. Right now. I was like, I thought he was talking about the Bones TV show. I was like, what?
Oh, that's funny.
Yours makes way more sense. Well, that's actually what they meant.
Yeah. So Mac is the station chief, played by Cliff Curtis. Mm-hmm. We see that on their mission is Lori going down with Toshi and a character they call The Wall. That's his name. That they refer to him in this whole movie is The Wall. And he never gets another name. It's just the weirdest thing. And so they're going down this thermocline barrier, which is a layer of temperature-controlled water, which is a real documented phenomenon in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they're saying that what was thought to be the bottom of wherever this area is actually just a thermocline, and that they should be able to pass through.
Right, and it's like the deepest point that we think the ocean goes in the world.
And this was before whenever they discovered LiDAR. Which now we could just use LiDAR to see that. But yeah, we got to take subs down back in 2015. Or 2018, rather.
Right. So they are able to pass through this and prove that the doctor's theory is correct. And they find themselves in danger pretty fast because they're hit by something big. We can't see it, which it continues to hit them, and then they get stuck down there. And they lose the feed, but they do hear that Lori's last words were, "Jonas was right."
Yeah.
Which I guess Heller doesn't hear or pretends not to.
Sounds like she's dead. She's not dead. That's just her last words before the radio cut off. You didn't say that. You just said it's her last words. I'm just telling the audience.
Got it. Okay.
Something funny is that they had like a anglerfish in their like underwater scene, and it was pretty big. And I think that's so funny because anglerfish are actually really tiny. But whenever you see pictures of it, you think of it as you know what I'm talking about, right? Those fish with like the like light, the like antenna with the light hanging off it, and then it has the really sharp teeth.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, they're like really, really scary looking, but they're like the size of your hand, maybe, or they're like inches.
Sure.
But you think of them as being like these giant fish, and in the movie they are giant. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, they're able to grow bigger down there.
Well, that is actually a thing. Anglerfish, no, but it's like called like deep sea gigantism, I think, something like that.
Okay.
That actually, really deep in the water, things do grow really big. And also, this happens in Antarctica. It's because of because of that oxygen levels. Maybe they're not sure. Anyway, isn't that cool?
Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome, podcast listeners.
So they plan a rescue mission, and Jonas Names comes up, and he's the only person that's ever saved lives going that deep, even though the two other people tried it and everyone died. Mm-hmm. Dr. Heller, of course, wants to stop this, even though he saved 11 lives, including his own. Mm-hmm. And he's able to convince Su Ying to agree with him because she's just listening to the doctor.
Yeah.
Right.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. So she's a scientist, she believes in evidence, I guess. So she'd be more likely to believe that he's just hallucinating. He's having the bends or whatever and hallucinating.
Yeah, right. Because they can't prove that anything that massive exists. Right. So Mac and the doctor fly to Thailand to recruit Jonas, who we hear through another character always has a beer in his hand. But the moment he wakes up, someone gives him a beer because he fell asleep. He passed out at a bar. And I guess he wakes up when it opens in the morning and he gets another beer.
But he seems fine sans alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's the quickest recovery from alcoholism I've ever seen in my life. Just one day and he's fine.
Sure, yeah. Right. We get a Thai cover to Hey Mickey by a group called Pim.
Yeah, that was fun. I love when they do covers of songs in the like language of the country they're at
Right.
in movies.
Yeah, and I think a big part of the push to fund this movie was the fact that they were going to really focus on the Asian market. So it did make a lot of money
Oh
overseas.
yeah, there's a lot of things happening in China. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a lot of characters that focus on that.
Right. The main love interest is from China. Is Chinese. The guy
Right.
who like runs the whole I was gonna say aquarium. It's not an aquarium. What is it? Like the ocean laboratory, whatever is Chinese. Yeah.
It's a project. Yeah. And then the cutest girl ever is also
yeah,
Asian.
the little girl
Yeah.
is Chinese. Yeah.
So Jonas is pretty convinced that the only reason they would come to see him is to try to convince him to go back in the water, and he doesn't want to. And he says there's no amount of money or nothing they could say that can convince him. But then they tell him that Lori, who we find out is his ex-wife, is stuck underwater.
Yeah, this is an interesting plot point about the ex-wife because they're like very amicable. We'll see later on in the movie. They're very amicable. They're not like, because I was like, to me it made it kind of clear that Suyin was going to be like the main female character. But then when they introduce Lori and then say she's his ex-wife, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe she's the main character. Maybe it's like they're going to reunite. But no, it's just a way to like convince him, I guess, to come help.
Right. But I think the movie keeps revisiting it in a way that lets you see that they're still friends, and
Yeah,
they
they're
agreed to
friends.
just not be. They agree
Yeah.
that they weren't meant for
Very,
each other.
very much good terms. Yeah.
And she even goes out of her way to say, like, hey, I really think you could make a connection with Su Ying.
Yeah. And also, yeah, and he cares about her. He wanted to save her. Anyway.
Right. So we cut back to the crew underground. I keep saying underground. Deep underwater. And they're really cold because they're
Technically above ground. Yeah.
below sea level, definitely. Mm-hmm. It's really cold in the ship because whatever hit them messed with their power, and they're working to try to fix it. And they get the power back on, but when the lights come back on, it attracts whatever hit them before, and they get hit again, and this time some debris stabs into Lori.
Yeah. Well, they figure out that the lights are attracting whatever is.
Right. So they turn it off, right?
I have to say that submarine looks a lot like a fish. So
it does.
I can see why creatures might be attacking it.
So they find out that last hit is leaking some oxygen, and somehow the project station can see the monitor still, even though they can't get a voice signal. And so they know they only have 3 hours of oxygen left.
I think they have health readings on them too.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ying takes it upon herself to go down just 15 minutes before Jonas arrives.
Yeah, she doesn't know that he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And they only have 2 hours, so she's like, I'm just going to go.
Right. So when Jonas gets there, he wants to go right away, but the doctor wants to give him a medical exam, and you find out that this information was hidden from him, that Dr. Heller was going to be there.
Yeah.
And Dr. Heller says he's under perfect health. Jonas is like, yeah, just like last time, but he keeps wanting to stop him, and he goes, look, I could beat the crap out of you because we're in international waters, and it would totally be legal. And Mac goes, well, he's right. Well, the legal part. It's so good. Yeah. So when Jonas boards the sub, we see that it's decorated by the little girl. Mm-hmm. She named it Captain Bubbles. So when he gets in, she's inside the craft, and they have a lot of good chemistry, too. Like they banter really quickly. Sure. She's great. We find out that she gets to hear everything because she's a little girl and people don't pay attention to the little girl. So she says that her mother's there trying to save those guys. And when he asks about her father, she says that he is in Taipei with a Pilates instructor, which I put in my notes is reason enough not to do Pilates. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Before she leaves, he promises to have both Captain Bubbles and her mom back safe in no time. As he's diving, Heller has concerns that he's bypassing safety systems like life support to descend faster.
Oh, yeah. So he's booking it down to save them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he did it safely, he wouldn't have enough time to catch up with them.
Right.
Or catch up with Suyin. So he's trying to catch up with her. So he's basically diving too fast. And you see that he is having problems, but...
Sure. And Su Young's in a much smaller craft that couldn't possibly hold 4 people.
Oh, she's going to tow him.
Yeah, right. And at first I was confused by that. He tries to call her off, and she says that she'll already have them rescued by the time he makes it down to them. But when she gets down there, she's grabbed by these tentacles of a massive squid, which attempts to crush her.
I don't know why the squid would do that.
I mean, it's a new plaything.
I don't know.
So, in a good news, bad news situation, the squid suddenly stops as it's killed.
Yeah.
And we get our first shot of the megalodon, which is about 75 feet long.
Yikes.
Jonas looks right at the camera as if looking at Heller directly and says, "I'm so glad I'm not crazy," which is awesome. Because the Meg is coming right at Suying, Jonas starts firing off every flare in his arsenal to get the creature to chase him instead. And then he tells Suying to head back to the surface. And while she's reluctant to do so, she does.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of has to. I think her glass is like cracked.
In the ship, the one that's stuck, we see that Toshi is writing a letter to his wife in case he doesn't make it. Jonas latches on. He has to repair the hatch so that he can open it. When they open it, they spend way too long in this whole "I told you so" joke. Did you come all the way down here to say I told you so? He's like, it's the best one ever. Right? This wastes enough time that Toshi doesn't have time to get out, and he sacrifices himself. Turns all the lights on.
There's a lot of sacrificing themselves in this movie going on.
Right? Yeah.
Almost every character's willing to sacrifice themselves for other people, which is very nice, but...
It drives me crazy. Now, I don't know if they would have been able to get away.
Yeah.
But it drives me crazy that they spent so much time on this "I told you so" moment that if they did it, maybe he would have made it up in there.
Yeah, you can do that on the way back up.
Right. So I feel like part of the reason he died is because they wasted time. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I mean, a movie magic. It probably didn't take any time at all to riz.
Time froze while they had that joke.
Yeah, you have to have joking time.
Right.
You gotta budget that in.
Yeah. So he sacrifices himself, and the Meg kills Toshi while they make it up to the surface. On the surface, Suying comes up yelling at him, saying that he's the guy that always leaves people behind. And he yells right back at her, saying, no, it's her fault because when they send people to that depth and they're not prepared, they're risking lives. So he's like, I don't put this on me. This is on you. Mm-hmm. And then he gets to go check on Lori. We see where Heller actually apologizes, admitting that he was wrong. And Jonas tells him that if you save Lori, we'll call it even.
Yeah.
And then we get our sexy shower scene in a horror movie as Statham takes the shower.
Yeah, I was thinking, as soon as I saw him taking a shower, I'm always like, why are we watching him take a shower? And then I'm like, oh, okay, I see.
I see, right? So Suying comes in saying that she got hot-headed and she apologizes before she realizes that he's only in a towel. But when she leaves...
Yeah, she's like, thank you for saving... I shouldn't have said anything.
Right. Thank you for saving my friends.
Yeah, I was just upset because my friends were dead. Yeah, she comes in. He's just wearing a towel and he's got a lot of abs. He's got a lot of abs on display.
Yes. And then so she's weirded out by it, right? Well, weirded out. She's attracted to him, but she doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
She leaves the room, but she takes a second to look back in and peek. And she's caught. She's caught by Mac.
Yeah.
And Mac says, everybody agrees that Lori and him weren't right for each other. Even they agree that they weren't right. It was a year experiment. And she's like, I didn't ask. And he's like, I know. It's awesome. Then we have a scene explaining the history of the Meg and that they were thought to be extinct and ranged from 70 to 90 feet long. And it was the biggest predator and a predator to nothing else. And it could bite a whale in half.
Yeah.
Dr. Yang says that he wants to honor Toshi by continuing the work because he would want it, but they need to go slow. This is where Jack speaks up, saying that he's spent billions of dollars on this and slow doesn't work for him. And while this is going on, Mei Ying is listening in and taps Jonas and says, thank you for keeping his promise.
Oh,
and then Jonas jumps in the conversation. It's funny when Jack is like, is he part of the team? I'm confused here. And the Wall, who he just saved the Wall's life, is like, you're damn right he is. Which I thought was awesome.
I'm thinking they had part of what they did is they dropped a little undersea rover down there. Mm-hmm. Can't they just send some probes down there? Right? They could do that. They send things to Mars or whatever. I think they can figure it. Well, actually, they have a problem. It's a different problem. It's an opposite problem because it's high pressure versus low pressure. But anyway,
Sure.
my point is, though, they could send some electronic thing down there, right, for a while.
To collect data.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that. Or, like, design a ship that doesn't look like a fish. How about that? How about that?
It spikes everywhere.
Who knows?
Dare attack us. It's metal spikes everywhere.
Make it look like something a shark would not want to eat. I don't know. But anyway.
Like a big ball of spikes.
No, because this movie has a good lesson, which is billionaires bad.
Billionaires bad. Yeah, okay.
Billionaires bad.
So Jonas goes on in the speech to say that maybe nature knew what it was doing when it made the thermocline, because man versus Meg isn't a fight, it's a slaughter. Mm-hmm. He says that if they send more people down there, don't call him back to save them. And then we get this awesome scene where Miang is playing in the observation tunnel with this remote control ball thing.
Wait, at this point I say, this child has no supervision. Suyun is not a good mom.
This is true, right?
She's just wandering around at all times.
One small detail in the background is that there's a Roomba. You could see that she's put a shark fin on it as a little joke. So as it's going around, it looks like a shark fin on the Zumba.
That's cute.
Or Roomba.
Yeah. That was really cute. Oh, another thing I want to say is that the wall was really mad at the shark. At the Meg for killing his friend. And I'm like, being mad at a shark is so funny to me. I'm like, that's a fish and it doesn't have any feelings, dude.
Yeah, it was doing what it does.
Fish are ding dongs. Fish just like to eat, you know. And it looked like a fish to eat, and it ate it. There's no point of being mad at the shark. Anyway,
right?
I just found that really funny.
So the camera shows us, or gives us the feeling that she's being watched. And then we get this epic shot where behind her, you see the Meg just sitting still, stationary, which I don't know if sharks can do that.
Yeah, no, they can't. They need
but
to move.
This one can. Right.
Well, this one's doing a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. It runs, it goes up and puts its mouth against the glass and this big thing. It scares her.
Yeah.
She screams. Apparently they're able to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh no, they feel the rocking from being hit.
Yeah.
So they go check on the daughter and see that big outline of the jaw on the glass, which luckily did not pierce through and kill them all.
No. In fact, they said that the it's completely fine. There's no damage.
Yeah.
You gotta think that glass is almost impenetrable if it's down so deep, because one crack and they're all dead. So yeah. You can't. You know that commercial where they stick that tape? I don't know what it's like, waterproof tape. They like stick it on a boat or like stick it on a side of an aquarium, and it blocks the water from spilling out.
Okay, no, I don't know this.
Okay, people know what I'm talking about. That's what I was thinking. Just get a roll of that and stick it to the crack of the megalodon teeth.
That's funny. So we get a scene where Jack explains how when they came up at such speeds, they opened a hole in the thermocline, which allowed the shark to get through. But it's not like a highway permanently, because the water corrected itself after a little back. They think they only let one shark out. Right. So
look, should I nitpick on how much this movie makes sense or doesn't make sense? Maybe not.
It's up to you. But it's a fun movie.
What are these sharks eating down there? I guess we saw one giant squid. Maybe there's like a million giant squids down there.
There's got to be a lot of other life down there.
Huge animals, right? Either they're eating like a giant amount of small things, right? Like whales. Mm-hmm. Or they're eating or they eat large prey. So I'm thinking this shark, sharks eat large prey usually, like seals or whatnot, or other sharks. And I'm like, what is big enough to be feeding more than... there's got to be more than one, obviously, because otherwise how are they procreating? But I'm like, what are they eating down there? There must be like a chock-a block full of giant squids down there to let these megalodons survive. I don't know. But anyway, that's just one.
Right.
I don't think this could actually happen in real life. That's what I'm saying.
They get called to an attack, and they find out that the megalodon attacked 3 ships of shark poachers that killed a bunch of sharks and only took funny. Some parts. Yeah, I was like, wait, it's an environmentalist now?
Because it's like, what's a shark? Yeah, I'm like, it's like a killer whale. Those killer whales that are upending luxury yachts. Now this shark.
Right.
Sharks are fish. They're not whales. Just because it's big does not make it smart. It's stupid. It's still a stupid fish. So
Right,
what is
I know.
it? It knows what ships are killing sharks.
Yeah,
Come
this is
on.
a poacher vehicle. I've never been to this surface before.
You know what? Maybe the way that they get the sharks is they're chumming a lot. So maybe that's why the shark went over there, because there was a lot of good food to eat.
That's a good way to make sense of it.
Because it was.
You can also eat
attracting
all the
other
sharks.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually attacking the boats. I mean, it was, but like, it wasn't going after the boat. It was just going after the sharks, and then there's the boat. That makes
Right.
more sense. I made it make sense.
All right, Jack, the billionaire, is the one that actually comes up with the idea to put a tracker on it, and they realize that someone actually has to go into the water and swim. Jack suggests drawing straws. GJ looks away.
Well, why are they all on this mission? That's what I was thinking. Like, they have people all, like the engineers on this mission, the billionaires on this mission. He wouldn't go on that. Everyone's on this mission, even though the only people who have the skills to do anything are like 4 people.
Sure.
Stupid. Anyway, but
So
whatever. You need stakes.
when Jack suggests drawing straws, Jack, the billionaire, jumps up, declaring he can't swim.
I can't
but then
swim.
instantly apologizes, saying, "Sorry, my body made me do that." Jonas says he will go, but Su-Ying says she'll feel a little bad if she dies. And Max says that he can go if he wants to. And Jonas says, "No, I got it." And Mac goes, "Great, because I was lying." Like, I'm not going out there. So we do get this scene where he goes out there swimming. He has to get within 100 feet of it.
Yeah, part of submarine saving is spearing sharks, harpooning sharks.
Yeah.
That's a skill you develop, apparently.
You're killing me, Margo. He gets out there and he does shoot it, and they start to...
Yeah, they have him on a line so
Yeah.
they can reel him back in. Yeah.
Right, but when they do so, it makes a lot of noise, attracting the Meg.
Mm-hmm.
They stop for a minute, but then they realize they need to because he's already found him. So they yank him in really fast, and this is like he gets leapt onto the boat.
Yeah.
Heller has a moment where he says Jonas might be a son of a bitch, but he's no coward, which causes everyone to laugh. Next, we see an extremely strong tube that Jax guarantees will not crack, bend, or dent under pressure. Even Jonas isn't a fan of it.
It's carbon something, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like one of those things you go into to observe sharks, like a cage.
Yeah, it's a shark cage. Yeah, but it's not a cage. It's made out of polycarbonate something or another so that it can't be broken, so that you're safe in there from the shark.
Yeah, and Su-Ying's going in. Jonas doesn't want to let her, but she said this is what she's best at. We see them dropping a lot of chum to attract it, which doesn't take long.
Well, yeah, because she's a marine biologist or whatever. She knows where to like stick the poison so that it'll have the most effect.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's able to deliver the tranquilizer, and the tube doesn't break, which turns out to be a problem because the shark tries to swallow the whole thing whole.
Like a pill. Does that make sense? No, but that's okay.
It starts tugging at the rope that's holding it, which gets Jax thrown in the water. Su-Ying's oxygen mask breaks. She's losing air really fast. So Jonas has to jump in to pull her out. And the crane that it's connected to breaks off, so it starts sinking really fast. Jax is pulled up with Jack's help, the billionaire, right on time. And then the wall throws some bloody meat in to distract the Meg. Then the wall is yanked in the water next. And the Meg comes for Jonas, who brings Su-Ying to the surface. And right when he's within 10 feet of Jonas, he's caught by some wires hanging from the boat, which holds him back enough until the poison does its job and the Meg starts to sink.
I kind of felt bad for the Meg when he gets poisoned.
I guess I did.
He's just a fishy being a fish.
Yeah. On the boat, Heller and Jonas work to perform CPR, and it's filmed in a way that looks like she died. And when she opens her eyes, they did tell her that she was dead for 2 minutes. He invites her to go see it, which they were able to recover it, and they have it hanging on their boat.
Yeah, like a la Jaws or whatever.
Like Jaws, right. The wall wants to take a picture with it, and Jonas convinces him to stick his head in to get a good picture, which you could not convince me to do.
No.
And Margo's favorite thing to not do are pranks.
Yeah.
No pranks.
This prank would have made me mad.
Yeah, they lower it to make it look like it's alive and moving, which sends the wall into the water because he thinks he's going to get his head bit off, and everybody's laughing at him.
No, thank you.
So, in another scene that reminds me of Jaws, Jonah starts noticing that the teeth do not match up with the glass that bit the observation tunnel.
Like, would he notice that? Would it make more sense if Suya noticed that and not him?
I don't know, but that's what they're talking about. And so while
he's a submarine specialist. He also knows about teeth marks. He can memorize teeth marks, apparently. Okay.
And so the wall is still in the water when another shark comes up and swallows him whole.
It leaps up to get the dead shark.
And then everybody's knocked into the water as the boat is flipped over.
Yep.
Jack makes it back to the flip boat, and DJ's just 5 feet away, and he's saying he needs help because he can't swim. And we have this whole joke where DJ's like, don't be a racist. He's like, I'm not being a racist. You took a job where you work in the ocean and you can't swim. Like,
oh, yeah, because he's black. So he's like, yeah.
Right.
I was thinking the whole time that this is your fault, man. You're the one who played a prank and knocked your friend in the water. If you haven't done that, he probably would be on the boat too. That's why say no to pranks.
Jack uses a stat phone to call a rescue. Jonas helps the doctor onto the tip boat. And when Jax and Heller are still in the water, we see that Meg is on his way. And Heller sacrifices himself so Jax can live.
Yep, another sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 sacrifices so far.
Right, DJ's very upset that his friends are dying. And Jonas asks where Mac is, but luckily Mac is able to swim to a motorboat, which looks like it's still intact as he uses it to rescue them.
Yeah.
There's a funny joke here where DJ asks Jax what happened to her hair since it's all wet, and she asks the same question back to him because he's bald, and he's like, okay, that was a good one. Which I think is funny. And then we see the Meg is still following them. A helicopter swings by and is able to get a tracer on it really easily. And then they start to shoot it with a rifle. It does not seem to scare it away.
That scares it away. It just doesn't, like, it's not going to kill it or anything.
Oh, it does. Okay, I'm sorry. I wrote that wrong. Yeah. It does scare it away. The doctor speaks to his daughter as he's dying, and they make it back to the station, and she has to tell her daughter the news about her grandfather. Mm-hmm. That night, Jonas is checking on Su Ying, who doesn't know how to accept if it's real or not, and they have a conversation where he talks about how his 2 best friends died in that rescue attempt, and he has to live with it every day. The next morning, Jack tells the crew that he's alerted all the authorities, and now it's out of their hands. He's told the Chinese government, the Thailand government, the Australian government, so he sounds really convincing and remorseful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point, I was thinking, oh my gosh, is he supposed to be like a nice billionaire? No.
Yeah. Right.
Because, like I said, the theme of the movie is billionaire bad.
We cut to the next scene to find that he lied about it.
Yeah.
And it was only to buy time to hire a crew to go and kill the Meg on their own. Jonas checks in on Lori, who's doing much better. She's playing cards with Mei Ying. Mei Ying leaves when Jonas gets there to go get drinks for everybody. They have a cool moment, and she does connect. This is where she says that Su Ying might be right for her. Like, she's kind of playing matchmaker.
Yeah.
The daughter comes in, too. The granddaughter of the doctor comes in to agree, and Jonas is like, this might be the worst moment of my life ever. Like,
yeah.
Just
she
hilarious.
says, Mom likes you, too, or something like that.
Yeah, right. We cut back to Jack, who has the crew bomb who they think is the Meg, and it turns out the Meg has tricked them into killing a large whale.
I don't think the Meg tricked them. The Meg was hunting the whale.
Maybe. I think the movie played it like... I thought the movie played it up that the Meg is, like, super smart.
That's so funny. Actually, let's pretend that's it.
That's how I took it, Margo.
It's a genius fish, mastermind fish.
That's what I thought. That's how I took it.
No, it was going after the whale. I don't think
it looks like it set him up. I thought it somehow got the tracker off of himself and put it on the whale.
No, what was happening was they were tracking the Meg, and then the Meg was underneath the whale, hunting the whale, and then they bombed the tracker where the tracker was, but the whale, or maybe the whale was sacrificing itself to save the Meg.
Oh my gosh.
Just like everyone in this movie.
All right. So, Oh my gosh. Right.
Anyway, they didn't kill the Meg. They got a whale by accident, and
Right.
billionaire gets eaten.
Right. Yeah. The whole crew leaves really fast, and he falls off the ship and gets eaten.
Yeah.
So back at the station, everybody realizes that the Australian, Chinese, or Taiwanese authorities were not informed, and then when they try to call them, they all sound crazy. So they prepare to go en route to Sanyan Bay, which is in China's Hainan province.
I don't know.
And is like one of the
China,
busiest beaches in the world.
This is crazy. I wonder if, I guess this beach really is like this.
Yeah, it is really like
it's
this. Yeah.
packed with people. Yeah.
It's one of the most populated beaches in the world. So we have this massive scene where a boy wants to go in the water without his mother, and she eventually lets him.
This is where I think the movie went a little bit off the rails.
It gets crazier in the second one, I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm not going to watch that
one. Not a year from now for the podcast?
We'll see, but probably not. Is Jason Statham in that one?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, he is? Well, maybe then.
Yes. Yes, I thought you would.
I don't know.
We got some guys that are hanging out on like some platforms that are hanging out in the middle, like small little docks.
Mm-hmm. Like rafts, yeah.
Yeah, and they're trying to get some girls to go hang out with them on their platform. We have a wedding party on a boat that has this little cute dog named Pippin who swims out in the water before it sees the shark and swims back.
I was about to be like, F this movie. I was going to say, if they were going to... So, as soon as I saw Pippin in the water, I'm like, F this movie. Because you best not kill this dog. I'm going to be so mad.
People gotta die in horror movies, man.
Spoiler, the dog does not die. Although they make you think that it
what
does.
A spoiler, Margo. So Pippin was named in honor of Pippet, who's the dog that was killed in Jaws off screen. They have these guys in these giant bubbles, like balloon kind of bubbles, that can like float on the water, and so they run in these bubbles.
Like a hamster ball kind of, but that looks so fun.
Yeah, but it does, but I would rather get in the water. Not when there's a shark around, obviously. Yeah. But it's really played for laugh when the shark comes to attack.
I know! I thought that too! Yes!
Yeah, it's funny because, I mean, he drags those platforms around. Who knows how many people really get eaten here or not. But they dramatically play up him popping that hamster ball.
I was like, that's
and
not
like the
funny.
bubble flies right at the screen. It's funny.
I don't disagree. So this is the part I thought made no sense. Okay, one, this shark lives in cold water. There's a reason why you don't have like great white sharks swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. You know what I mean? They need to be in the colder, like they're in the Pacific, not in the. My point is that I think this water so close to the beach would be too hot for the shark. The shark that's used to living in this like super cold water.
I thought the thermocline then is a heat layer.
I know the thermocline is super cold. No, but the underneath the thermocline was also cold, wasn't it? Because
I thought they said they opened a tunnel of warmness for the shark to get up.
Oh, okay. But even so, they were like freezing, weren't they, when they were trapped down? Maybe this is like a continuity error.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm just saying,
I don't know.
Like this shark is way too big to be coming up so far onto shore. I mean, he's not on the shore, but you know what I mean? But whatever. It's fine. It's a movie.
Right.
You gotta have stakes.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay, you're kind of losing me here.
It's a fun shark attack scene because we need it in a Jaws reference movie.
People. I guess he's got a taste for human blood now. Is that what they're trying to say?
That's the whole thing about Jaws, though. Like any movie that's come after Jaws is gonna like reference what Jaws did.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay.
You're so right.
So, Jonas and Mei Ying both. No, not Mei Ying. Just kidding. Su Ying.
Yeah, now Mei Ying signed the.
Yeah.
Now she's on the missions. I wouldn't put it past Su Ying to let her daughter go on the missions.
You're not wrong. So Jonas and Su Ying piloting the smaller crafts that have to move really fast to avoid the Meg. They put down this whale call to attract this shark away from all the people.
Because I guess the two things the shark likes to eat are humans and whales.
Right, and we get this big chase scene where Jonas leads it through the terrain of the floor of the ocean to try to use against the shark.
This is like a fighter pilot scene, except
Yes, underwater.
You know what it kind of reminded me of in Star Wars? What's the one?
Sure.
Which of the original movies that had them go like do the like chase through the canyon? Do you remember? Whatever. It reminds me of that. The like chasing through the canyon, you know, like
Sure.
spaceship flying or whatever. But it's, you know, little submersibles through a reef.
At one point, when the shark does hit him, it bends the outside of the ship, and it has this sharp metal spike that's kind of sticking out from the ship, which becomes important later. Mm-hmm. As things are exploding, it gets the attraction of all these helicopters that had reported to the shark attack at the beach. One of those pilots doesn't look where they're going and crashes to another helicopter, and that sends it down, hits the ship, explodes another ship that they're on, and all the crew end up back in the water again.
This is your job, to fly news helicopters.
Right.
And you're just crashing into random other helicopters. Come on.
So Jonas gets the idea when his missile locks up to play chicken with the shark. Yeah. And jukes him at the last minute and uses that blade that's sticking out of his craft to slice all the way along the bottom of the shark. Mm-hmm. Eventually his ship gets damaged bad enough that he has to get out of it, and he brings like a harpoon with him and a knife.
He had like a little... seems like a little knife, and I'm like, what do you expect to do with that little knife? I didn't notice that he had the harpoon at first. I just thought he had the little tiny knife, and I was like, what are you doing with that?
He's gonna punch the shark, I'm telling you.
Like tiny little, yeah, exactly. Like, see, like tiny little like needles. Like you're just be out there for like 10 years trying to get the shark to bleed to death with these tiny little. Are you even gonna get through it with this tiny little knife? Anyway, no, he's just using it as like he like uses to like anchor himself into the shark.
Right. At one point, Su Ying has to leave the battle because when they flipped over, she wants to go save her daughter. And we have a cute moment where Mei Ying convinces DJ that he's fine because he's wearing a life jacket. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah, because he's like splashing around. So she's like, be quiet and stop splashing. You're going to attract the shark. Yeah, and then yeah. It is cute.
It's so good. And so he jumps out of a ship when it's damaged. He stabs it with the small knife to hold on and uses the harpoon to shove into his eye and then pushes it all the way in to kill him. Mm-hmm. And other sharks show up to start devouring the Meg because they got a lot of food.
Yeah, like actual sharks.
Right.
Not Megs.
And then one hammerhead sees Jonas and starts coming for him, but then Su Ying comes up.
No way.
A hammerhead goes for Jonas.
I know, but I don't think they would. So I don't think hammerheads.
Okay, but that's the plot.
Wide enough to eat a person.
But that's what happened in the movie, Margo.
I know. I was saying that didn't make sense.
I got it. But Su Ying comes in to like knock the hammerhead away and scares him away.
Yeah. She saves him for once.
For once, right?
Yeah.
And then we see that I was like, wait, where did everybody go that she rescued? And we find that they're on that wedding boat. Yeah. As Jonas is being dragged back on the, like they're on the surface and he's kind of just holding onto the craft to get back. Yeah. They passed the dog who's still alive, was not eaten, even though the movie tried to make us believe that it was.
Thank God.
Afterwards, they have a toast about being alive, and we see that one of the wedding guests likes DJ. Jonas asks if Mei Ying feels like she needs a vacation, and she volunteers to ask her mom for him. And we see where Pippin is pulled out of the water before the camera dives under, and like it's going to reveal something else, and it just shows the word Finn, which is like, haha, I get it.
In French. You know, that bride, that was almost the worst day of her life. She's getting married, but also her dog got eaten by a shark. Oh my gosh.
But it didn't.
But then it was happy because she got married. She had a good story, and her dog did not get eaten by a shark. So, pretty good. Pretty good.
Then in the credits, the song "Hey Mickey" plays again.
Yeah, in Thai.
Yeah, that's funny.
What a great song! Look. Did I say how much this movie didn't make sense? Sure.
Over and over and over and over.
Okay, sure. But it was really good, and I had a lot of fun watching it. And Jason Statham,
it was fun,
had such charisma in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge Jason Statham fan. Like, I like him. But I'm not like oh yeah, he's awesome. Like, I was always kind of like, I don't understand what this, like, I mean, I've seen movies with him, but I'm like, I don't understand what his appeal is exactly. But you know what? After watching The Meg, and I'm not saying it's because it's the abs,
The abs.
which were good. but I'm like, he had a lot of charisma and he was really fun in this movie.
Yeah. And he's in his 50s for those abs. That's amazing.
Was he?
I think was 51 when filming The Meg.
Oh my, wow. We could be in good shape for a long time.
Let's see. Yeah, he was 51 when he filmed the first movie.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
But anyway, yeah.
But I have to say, I like him a lot in Fast and the Furious. And I
haven't
Beekeeper.
I think I've seen maybe one Fast and the Furious. I think we've talked about this before, which is crazy.
Really?
It seems like movies that I would really like, but I just
I didn't think I would like him until I got married, and then I watched him with my wife, and then I love those movies. So I'm like, whoa, how did I not watch these already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for covering this one with me, Margo.
You're welcome. It was we were like I think we said at the beginning of the recording, we were brainstorming animal
water horror movies.
Like, yeah.
We're doing water horror,
and we were just brainstorming, and this is one of the ones I came up with.
I feel like I lost.
So I'm really happy. Thank you, Pass Margo, because this was a good one.
Well, everybody, this has been Nightmare Echoes. We have new episodes every Monday. Next week on the podcast is Dark Water with Jamie, so I hope you enjoy that one. And thank you, Margo, for being here, even though she can't respond because we lost her. All right, bye.